Your small videography business is not going to survive if you don't adapt. 2025 is not going to be the same as the last few years. Video production is taking a massive downturn. We're noticing more and more clients saying no and more rejections because they're quite simply doing it themselves. And what photographers experienced about 5 years back is happening to videographers right now. Inside my own production company, we've taken some crucial measures to ensure the longevity of our business over the next few years. And I want to share them with you so that you've got the best chance of surviving what could be a really hard time. The problem with the old way of working with video production is that you're creating a video to what? Look cool, help them stand out, to showcase what they do. But that actually doesn't have that much weight and meaning in a world where people can showcase what they do on their phone. Yeah, might not be the greatest quality, but does that really matter in the current day and age? And the problem that you used to help businesses solve was having the experience and capability in which to create video content when it wasn't as easily accessible or as easy to do on their own. And the problem is when you take those challenges away, or the client can now provide their own solutions to those challenges and they don't have to pay for you, it devalues the overall market. So the ceiling that we used to be able to charge is getting increasingly lower and lower. And because there are more rejections, that means there's less demand. And therefore, you've got yourself in a situation where there's an abundance of videographers who are all willing to work for much lower prices. And that is just a race to the absolute bottom. If we're all doing something cheaper just to win the client because the client doesn't value us as much as they used to, that's a bad situation to be in. So what you need to do is differentiate yourself from the rest of the market. You need to offer something different, something new, something that solves a bigger challenge to that client. That still ultimately results in you producing a video, but we need to think about a better way of positioning it. Because let's face it, at the moment, most clients think you're the same as the next person watching this video. So I'm going to break down this video into some actionable steps that really get you thinking about your business and the position that you're currently in so that you can avoid what's going to be a race to the bottom. So step one is just to write down what makes you different. Write down all of the things that separates you from the other videographers that you know and that you're aware of and your local competitors. What are those key differentiators that makes you stand out apart from them? And this is often actually a really hard task to do because a lot of people turn around and go, Ross, I don't really know. You know, we do things maybe a bit quicker. We do things a bit better. And that's why step two is to think about your potential clients. Look at the industries and the niches that you work within and start to write down all of the problems and challenges that they're currently having and start to think about where do you provide more value than anyone else in the industry to solve those problems? Perhaps you do short form content. Perhaps you only do TikTok videos. Perhaps you do YouTube videos or whatever that is for you. How can you create a link between the challenges that they're still facing, and one of them is now not creating content themselves, and where can you fit in to help support those other areas? Step three is probably one of the most crucial things that you need to do. If you implement everything from this video, you're going to have great success. And if you only implement a couple of things, then at least it will get you a few steps further forward. But this step is crucial if you want to get more people saying yes to you and not going with your competitors. And that's why step three is to make your services tangible. When you go into a shop or you buy a camera, you exchange money and you instantly get gratification. You get the purchase that you've received. Video isn't like that. They pay for your services. They have to wait for it to be filmed, edited. There's a long process. And sometimes that's just a bit clunky. It takes time for them to actually see a return on their investment is going to be even longer because they implement the video and they don't know if it's going to do well. And this is the problem that we face right now is businesses say, well, what is my actual return on that investment? We spent $1,000, $2,000, $3,000 on a video. Where is the rest of that money? So you need to come up with a deck, a pitch deck, a presentation, a PDF where it says about your track record, how you've helped other people in those same industries solve these same problems, and actually how that tangibly related to solving those challenges. So for instance, most businesses are all trying to achieve the same thing. That is to increase revenue and increase profitability. Because there's no point in increasing revenue and being a 7 and 8 figure business if you're spending 7 and 8 figures a year, right? That means that you're not making any money. So they want to expand profitability and they want to increase revenue. And that all comes down to sales and efficiencies. So when we're looking at those challenges, it's how can our videos make an impact on those areas? So when we look at efficiencies, maybe a new pitch idea for you is to look at actual training videos for their staff. So now when they onboard a new member of staff, they don't have to get the manager to sit with that staff member for a couple of days showing them the ropes. They can spend a couple of hours watching some videos. That's just saved them the manager's wages. Maybe it's a video to help them recruit better staff, attract higher quality talent into their business, to help them generate more revenue and perhaps better profitability. Perhaps it's a sales video or video advertising, which leads me into step 4. And step 4 is to start to focus on what happens after you create a video. Once you've created a video and you've solved one of those problems, how can you leverage that tangibility and actually start to track it and have an impact? Because that's going to be the value for you. And the easiest way to do this is to run social media ads. It's super simple to do. Facebook has even got a Facebook blueprint training course where you can go and learn how to run adverts. And what you're looking really to do here is to start to pitch your services not as just we sell videos, we create videos for businesses. It's that we become a digital marketing agency, or we sell videos that help you convert more clients or attract more clients. By taking that shift from a videography business into a digital marketing agency or a video marketing agency, it positions you away from everyone else who's just selling the same thing and something that the clients could actually just do themselves. You've now been able to make it tangible, and you can start to actually leverage that by showing them your track record in, hey, we run adverts for this person using our video structure and our video system, and it got them 100 new leads for that month. That's 100 new opportunities for business, which otherwise they wouldn't have had if they didn't have our video marketing package. And my final step here is to package this all up into something that looks compelling. Give them 3 options, a bronze, silver, and gold, so that the client can pick what would be best for their budget. The more problems that the client is facing that you can solve, the much more value they're going to see in what you offer. And you'll no longer be stuck at just a videographer selling a video to look cool on your website and racing to the bottom in terms of trying to do it cheaper than every other competitor out there, because the client doesn't see the value you provide. By following each one of these steps and pulling it all together, you're going to have a pitch deck that is not only compelling, but shows actually how you can make a difference to that client's business and provide maximum value and give them a return on their investment. Because at the end of the day, that's all they're looking for. If you want to know how we find ideal clients at the very start, then click the link to my free training in the link below. In that free training, I'm going to go through finding clients by leveraging AI. I'm going to show you what we say to them in our outreach messages, how we onboard them as a client, and most importantly, how we get them coming back to us time and time again through one of our contracted recurring revenue systems. Just make sure that 2025 isn't the year that you get left behind and regret implementing these systems sooner, because everyone's going to start offering them and you don't want to be the only person that's still trying to sell a video to look cool. If you got any value out of this video, then take a look at this one. YouTube recommends it because it thinks that you're going to like it, and I guarantee there's going to be tons of value inside. So click that now. I'll see you in the next video or in the training. Peace.